Welcome to Frequency Matters, the RF and microwave update. I'm Pat Hindle, and I'm here with my co-host Gary Lerude. The last couple episodes, we've covered the April IMS issue and the event, and we'll be attending that very soon. So we'll move on to our May amplifier and oscillator issue. Our cover story is written by Dr. Kahana of NI Components, and he discusses some of the latest trends in VCO technology, and he also gives some really good tips on what are the important parameters when you're evaluating and selecting a VCO. So it's a very good practical piece for everybody.
We have some other technical features as well. We have from Morion Company design optimization of precision oven-controlled crystal oscillators. That's interesting. Then switching to amplifiers a little bit, Custom Mimic has written an article about gallium nitride LNAs. Most people think of GaN obviously for power amplifiers, but they do a pretty good job with LNAs. And the interesting aspect of that is that the power handling capability is pretty good. So you might be able to eliminate a limiter in front of the LNA and get better noise figure and save that loss of the limiter.
Yeah, it's very good. I've been waiting for GaN to kind of catch on with switches and LNAs, so that's excellent.
So they have a pretty good article on that. We also have one of our engineering article review board features that covers an interesting aspect of how to measure the dielectric constant of an FR4 board using a patch antenna and measuring the resonance of a patch antenna. And then we have a contribution from Keysight Technologies, an app note on how do you really know that the measurements you're taking are good, and what the precision of the measurement is. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's something that people don't think about and they should consider in their measurement.
Absolutely. After you read this article, you will consider it. So how about products?
Yeah, so for May, the MVP is Signal Hound's Vector Signal Generator. And this is a very special product in that it's only $495.
Wow.
Yet it operates from 100 megahertz to 2.5 gigahertz. It has output amplitude of -40 to +10 dBm, and it has 100 megahertz of bandwidth, so it's quite a lot for $495.
That sounds like a disruptive product.
It could be. And then we also have product features from ADI Hittite on their low-cost PLL with integrated VCOs. And we also have one from Linear Tech on their 8 gigahertz broadband upconversion mixer. And finally, there's one from Orbel on their EMI solutions. And we also have 3 tech briefs, Mini Circuits, Dow Key, and Atlantic. What was up in the news that you saw?
Well, this is the time of the month and the quarter when everybody's reporting earnings for the first calendar quarter. And very good results reported by Skyworks and Qorvo within the last week or so. In the case of Skyworks, they reported $762 million for the quarter. That was up 58% year over year. And Qorvo was up 46% year over year to $635 million. And the piece of Qorvo's business that's totally focused on mobile was actually up 61% year over year. And what this reflects, I think we all recognize, is the demand for LTE and smartphones. Apple's out with their iPhone 6. That's creating a lot of demand. And both of these companies are seeing a lot of pull from China. China Mobile, as we know, has like 800 million subscribers, and less than 20% of those are on 4G so far. So there's going to be a pretty good demand for quite a few years.
Yep, the rollout of 4G LTE continues for a while.
Exactly.
Even though we're talking about 5G, it's still immature at 4G.
Exactly. So how about news from your perspective?
So of course I'm going to talk about a merger and acquisition.
Right.
API Technologies announced that they're going to acquire the Aeroflex Inmet and Aeroflex Wine Choke businesses from Cobham. Cobham's going to kind of sell off, I think, some of the pieces of device and component companies that don't fit into their more systems-oriented strategy. And they've done this previously with Maycom. They bought the defense and commercial business and quickly sold off the commercial business. So I think there may be a couple other entities that they may consider selling off.
Yeah, we'll probably have one of these mergers or acquisitions every episode.
We have so far this year.
Yeah, exactly.
And now Microwave Journal has some news. We have a really big announcement, so I'm going to turn it over to our president of the company and our publisher.
Hi, I'm Ivar Bazzi. I'm the president of Horizon House.
And I'm Carl Sheffris, publisher of Microwave Journal. Well, Ivar, we've got a big announcement to make today.
We do. We have a very big announcement. We are very pleased to announce the launch of the Electronic Design Innovation Conference, USA, also known as EDICON USA, at the Heinz Convention Center in Boston in September of 2016. As many of you may know, we just came back from EDICON China about a month ago, which was a great success. It's been a great show for us and for our customers. We're really looking forward to bringing it to Boston. EDICon brings a different model to shows in our industry. We really bring practical content for working engineers in the form of technical papers, workshops, panel sessions, and industry forums.
And I'm pleased to announce that we had record attendance last month in China with more than 2,600 attendees and over 1,200 conference delegates. The conference sessions held about 50 people on average, with several of them holding more than 150 people.
You know, one of the reasons we think EDICon has been so successful is because part of our model is to bring the show to the industry rather than trying to bring the industry to the show. That's part of the reason we picked Boston. Boston has such a high concentration of design engineers in microwave, RF, EMC, and high-speed digital. It's a natural location for a show like this. You, of course, also have lots of major industry primes like Raytheon and BAE in the area. So we think the attendance is going to be terrific.
And the Heinz Convention Center is an ideal venue for this event. We have a large exhibition hall with high ceilings. The conference rooms are right across from the show floor. There's numerous hotels within walking distance. And the back bay where the Heinz is located is a thriving neighborhood with restaurants, bars, shopping, one of my favorite neighborhoods of Boston.
It's a great walking city. If you've never been, that's a good reason to come to the show as well. The weather should be fantastic in September. It's a little early for the foliage, but September is usually high season for the Red Sox, so if you're lucky, maybe you can also get in a game.
Well, the Red Sox are off to kind of a slow start this season, but EDICon USA is not. In fact, our three main sponsors are already lined up. In Keysight Technologies as our host sponsor, Rohde & Schwartz as our diamond sponsor, and National Instruments as our corporate sponsor. In fact, with this announcement today, we are opening up the exhibition to all interested companies, and we will take applications on a first-come basis for booth location priority.
Yeah, so we would encourage everybody to sign up now, sign up early. We're expecting a really good show, over 100 exhibiting companies, several thousand attendees. It's going to be a good show. It's been really great for us in China and for everybody involved. We think it's going to translate really well to the U.S. market, and we hope to see you there.
That was really exciting news. We look forward to working with you on EDICon USA, and it's not too early to think about a paper you might submit or a workshop you'd like to do. I think that about wraps it up, right?
Yes, it does.
We want to thank our sponsor, Mini Circuits, for making this episode possible. You can find out about their products on the web at www.minicircuits.com. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Frequency Matters.